I liked it. That's we're working on it.
A new feel we're working with.
Theme 5 or
Going into
That's
day
good.
2.
Yeah, day 2. This is the last hour of the first half of the 24-hour Trevathon.
Woo!
That is leading up to Trevor Moore's new special.
How much money have we raised?
How much money have we raised? Let's get the big total on the big board. Nothing. Nothing. This is not.
How many lives have we saved?
How many lives have we saved on the big board? None.
We don't know that for sure.
Yeah. So we're leading up to Trevor Moore's special, which is I always get the name wrong. The Story of Our Times. Yes. Which will premiere tonight at midnight on the East Coast.
And West Coast.
9 p. Isn't it 9 on the West Coast, or is it?
No, I think it's midnight on the West Coast too.
Oh, all right, midnight. Yeah, East Coast, West Coast.
All right.
And here's your host, Trevor Moore.
How is everybody? All right, we're back. Woo! Got some harmonica.
Day 2.
Yeah. This is the last hour of the first half.
Okay, so we are having some issues with the phones right now. They're being fixed. In the meantime, try to use Reddit. We have an AMA over there.
Yes, I will.
Or our Facebook page, but we have a Reddit AMA, so we're going to be using that for questions right now. Whew, all right, it is 8 in the morning here, which makes it 11 on the East Coast.
Good math.
Yeah, thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hours. So at the end of this hour, we're going to hit the halfway point.
Wow.
So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yay!
Phone lines are back.
Oh, yeah?
Phone lines are back. So you can call in now. Oh, can we post the link to the AMA in Facebook?
Okay.
Okay. Well, yes, we can. We will bring that up shortly. And let's try to get the AMA up. You know,
I got it.
like I mean like it's voted up. That way we can get more people to see it and more questions.
There's now a section in Timmy's Wikipedia for racism.
Oh yeah, we went over this.
Yeah, we did go over that, but like deep into the night. So
No, I hadn't seen it.
right.
Oh yeah. He's got a section about like a isolated section.
A big section about racism. What does it say?
Well, I think
I
it's
can look that
details-
it up. I've got
right,
the
you've
internet
got
right
a
here.
computer.
All
I
right.
think it's details.
While you're looking that up, I got a question for you from the AMA. Trevor, your music is phenomenal, and I listen to it on a daily basis. I really have to thank you for doing justice to country music. A few years ago, I was a total snob about it, but what about Mouthwash? The Gays Got Married, Time for Guillotines, and The Ballad of Billy John are some of my favorite songs. Now that I'm not totally turned off by the sound of country songs, who are the artists who inspired you to write songs like these?
Oh, okay. Let me see. Is that a Reddit?
That's a
That's a Reddit
AMA
question. It seemed
question.
long for the comment, for the Facebook comments. My favorite country artist, is I guess that's what it's asking, right?
Yeah.
Is Johnny Cash. I don't listen to a whole lot of country, but I do like it. But I don't have like a deep knowledge of country music, so I kind of listen to the ones that everybody likes. I like Johnny Cash. I like Willie Nelson. My favorite is probably the Highwaymen, which is Johnny Cash and a bunch of other guys. But that's probably whenever I mostly listen to the Highwaymen a lot. Well, you guys know music. What country music do you guys like?
I like the classics.
Willie Nelson for sure.
Willie Nelson.
The Outlaws, the guys
Outlaw.
like
That's
Wailing,
a serious
Willie, and-
radio station. The Outlaw Country
Yeah, that's a good one.
station.
And also Billy Joe Shaver, I would highly recommend.
Billy Joe Shaver?
Yeah, Shaver. Just
Shaver?
Shaver.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll listen to him.
Yeah, it's great.
All right, let's bring in our next guest. Timmy, he's moved over. They just said Timmy's got to move over.
yeah,
oh, you got to move over that way.
Well, yeah, when he comes in, I do. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. He'll do it. He'll do it. We've been doing this show for 13 hours
Hour
or
11.
11 hours.
You got
11, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, our next guest is a very funny guy, Matt Kirshen. Matt, how are you? for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
I am excited to see you. Do you know what we're doing here at all?
I watched some of it last night, and then I slept. I don't know if you guys are experienced like with that concept, but
What
it
was
was
that
fun.
like?
Yeah, it was great. I tucked into bed. I got under the covers, had little dreams. It was all. Oh, it was majestic.
How much did you sleep?
I reckon I got about 6 hours.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Remember sleeping 6 hours?
Oh,
God, that was the best.
I feel like this is a good time for me to be here as well, because this is like exactly like the worst time for you.
See, I disagree. I think it's going to keep getting worse. Because now we've only not slept for, okay. So the thing is, it's not just 11 hours. It's because we had to come here early
Right.
and do stuff, so...
And you probably didn't get much of a nap in yesterday. Did you try and nap?
I
Did
tried
you do
to
like
nap.
a pre-nap?
I tried to
I
nap,
did.
and it didn't work because everybody was calling me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, everybody was calling me and asking me questions about the show.
Because you got to promote a 24-hour show and like a special drop.
Exactly.
So you're like,
So I probably got like 45 minutes here, and then I'd get another phone call from somebody, and then I get a call from somebody else like that. So we're probably getting to about being awake for close to 24 hours now.
Right.
And then I even took I've built in little gaps for myself. We all do.
Yeah.
We take like a little gap here and there. Like I have a gap coming up where I'll go and try to rest for like 90 minutes or something like that. But my last one, that didn't work.
yeah, because you're too wide. 'Cause
Yeah.
you've been performing.
Yeah, neither
Too
did
hard.
mine, yeah.
Here's what I think though. Like I reckon, like the last 5 or so hours, you can see the finishing line.
Yes.
And so I reckon you'll ramp up again energy-wise. But like right now, not happening. Like right now,
we're
like the
excited
finishing
about
line's nowhere
getting
near.
halfway. I'm excited.
I'm excited about
Right.
hitting halfway. I think it's going to
Okay.
be around 2 p.m. that we're going to get really kind of like, because then we're not, it's still
I guess
too
you might
far.
be right, because that's like the marathon wall, isn't it? They always say
Yeah.
like mile 20, 21
Yeah.
in a marathon is when you really hurt.
Yes, exactly. And I
Body
think that's
runs
going to
out
be
of
around
carbs.
2 o'clock.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
going to be the lowest point.
Okay, so I'm.
Hey, Matt,
I'm
what do you want to promote? I want to ask before we get into our topic and everything
Oh,
like
I hadn't even thought about that. Well, I mean, you can find my comedy online, and I've got an album. And then if you're a science and comedy fan, then I've got a podcast called Probably Science,
that. Probably science. Okay,
where
that's
we
great.
go through the week in science news with comedians. So, hey, possible science comedy listeners, like check that out. If you like comedy and/or science and people fudging their way through the news, not fully knowing what they're talking about, check it out.
That's with Andy.
And
right?
and is that's
that is with Andy.
yeah, I knew Andy in Portland.
Oh, of course, yeah.
and is that available on iTunes?
It's available on all the places podcasts are available.
Okay, great, awesome.
So yeah, do that.
Now let's get into our topic, but before we get into the topic, actually, I want to regress for a second. I just pulled up Timmy's Wikipedia page,
good.
and so yes, there. So okay, so what happened was we had a topic on racism,
Okay.
and we were trying to solve it.
How?
Which we did, by the way.
Oh man, that is so cool.
It's going to be big news.
That's gonna really help
yeah,
people.
As soon as the news networks start waking up,
Right.
we're going to be hearing a lot about. There's going to be people lined up to interview us when we get out.
Oh,
They'll be like,
so many
"Thank
people
you."
are going to be midway through their breakfast cereal and so, what?
Yeah, this is going to be huge news. But in that segment, we had a lie detector expert come in,
Okay.
who I believe is coming back.
I caught some of the lie detector segments earlier on.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I caught the Star Wars lie detector.
Okay, yep, that was weird.
Well, in
Yep.
this one, basically, there was. This wasn't even about the lie detector. We did a poll. We did a poll of the audience to try to see if they thought Timmy was a racist. And so there's this whole segment here on his Wikipedia. It says racism. So it goes Timmy Williams, life, career. That's another segment. And then the third is racism.
Which is great because if they're just skimming,
Right.
Yeah. And it says.
The 3 phases of Timmy.
Yeah.
The 3 things you need to know about him. Because he's a person, so has a life. He also is a professional. That's why he has a Wikipedia page. Why he's a person. who
About
votes.
the age of 18, one goes into a career.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and then somewhere after that,
racism became significant.
racism became big enough that it got its own part entry in Wikipedia. So it says, on Trevor Moore's 24-hour live stream, a poll was taken to determine if Timmy is racist. The results came in with the majority voting Timmy is racist.
The numbers aren't on there
The
anymore?
numbers are not
It
on
was
there.
51 to
I
49.
know, it should be, the numbers should be on there because
That
it's
is
only a
legally a
little.
majority.
Earlier
I know,
they
it is.
did,
Yeah.
I asked them to take it off.
You butthole.
Wait, you told him to take the numbers off?
I said on air that it would be better if the numbers weren't on there, and you just said that the polls said that he was racist.
I say we should put it back on because the numbers on.
Well, you're
because
maybe nicer than him.
it's just a
then.
little. I think Timmy. I don't think Timmy's very racist.
What
I've
if
said
you just
before.
add
I'm
the
only
word?
51% racist.
Yeah.
I mean,
Both
that's
being honest.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe if you clarify, just go only marginally racist. However, this was also thanks to the results of a lie detector test, therefore is true.
I mean, in his defense, though, how many of us could pass a lie detector test and not be racist? I could, but I don't think many other people could.
Well, the lie detector test did not actually ask if I was racist. There were other
Right.
questions that probably looked bad.
Yeah.
But that big one I can explain.
The lie
But
detector's questions added up to you being racist.
I disagree.
I don't
but-
think Timmy's racist, and if he is, I only think it's 51 to 49. I'll say
Thank you.
that.
Which is a good amount of racism for a white person in America.
Exactly.
I'd say
Actually,
that
yeah,
puts you at-
it does put me on the low end. I
Yeah.
still disagree with it, but it does put me on the low end.
Yeah, I'd say like there are a lot of people, like there are a lot of Caucasians in this country who would be substantially higher percentages.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, can I plug one more thing?
Yes.
Forgot about this,
Yeah.
but I probably should plug that I write on the Jim Jeffrey Show, which is also on Comedy Central.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, fellow
That's a great-
stable people.
All right.
That's a great plug. Yeah.
And that's the noise for it.
That's our plug music. Okay, so
What happens when somebody yells at you?
so you know the format. I'm going to change. I'm going to tell people anyway, just so that they have an idea of what we're doing. Every hour, we take a new topic, and we discuss it, and we try to basically a problem that the country has. We try to fix it, and we're trying to fix all the world's problems in 24 hours.
I'm excited to find out what this one is.
Yeah, me too. Leading up to my special that airs tonight, The Story of Our Times, at midnight on Comedy Central. Okay, so our topic this hour is endangered species. Endangered species.
Good one.
Now, you're sciencey.
Science adjacent.
You're science adjacent. So you might be a great fit for this because
Maybe.
animals are part of science, right? They're
Yeah.
biology. They're
I say they're one of the three things of science.
yeah. There's minerals, animals,
And space.
and space. Right. Okay, so now we usually watch a Wikipedia thing that tells us a little bit about the subject, and then we hear some
Wikipedia thing. Watch a few videos.
Okay. Wikipedia quote. An endangered species is a species which has been categorized as very likely to become extinct. Okay?
Uh-huh.
I didn't learn anything there. I knew that.
Yep. I think everyone's pretty much on board with that
Yeah.
concept.
And then usually we have clips now. Do we have some clips to watch about endangered species? Yes, we do. All right, so we're going to learn some stuff about endangered species here. Now, all of our clips are very short because there's something called fair use. So for legal reasons, we can only show less than 3 seconds of a clip. So sometimes it's very hard to discern the meaning or what we're supposed to get out of these things. But let's try it. Let's see. They're good conversation starters. Let's see them. Let's see our first clip.
The world's animal population has been cut in half in the past 40 years.
So it sounded like he said the animal population has been cut in half in the last 40 years.
It
Right.
could have been any population though.
Yeah,
Like we missed the very important noun
Right.
at the beginning of that.
yeah, but that's not good.
Some population has been cut in half.
Yeah.
Unless it's
Of
like,
something.
murderers population.
Could have been a film review.
Yeah. All right, let's see. We have another clip.
Why is the sea ice so important to the walrus population?
They come up onto the sea ice to breed, to give birth, stay relatively safe from predators and prey, and then, of course, it's their feeding grounds.
Okay, well, that was just good thing. That was just saying what walrus is like.
Was
Yeah.
that walrus sex? Did we see a little bit of walrus sex in there?
That was weird.
Right?
The ice is the ice is going.
I think they were just having like a cuddle.
It looked
like a romantic
little.
cuddle.
It looked
All
like
right.
there was some vigorous.
Do we have another? Do we have another?
I think a walrus always looks like it's just had sex. Like it's got that.
All right, we're actually going to bring in a veterinarian to give us some advice
Nice.
on animals. Okay, so here's the thing. There's animals. They go extinct. And what are you going to do about it? Really, you know, people like killing them, I guess. And you know, like there's that one that just went extinct, that rhino.
The white rhino.
White rhino went
Yeah.
extinct.
It's not fully extinct, I think. Is it fully extinct? Oh, no,
It was
you're
the
right.
last male?
It was the last
Yeah,
male,
it was
so
the
they
last
will
male,
go
which is
fully extinct.
Gonna make
pretty
it hard
soon.
to save it.
Yeah.
But everybody wants to kill rhinos because in China, the horn
Yeah.
is cures erectile dysfunction.
I mean, someone should really tell them that Viagra exists now, and it's substantially more effective than.
Well, do you know that?
I mean, I would guess that it has more of an effect as being a real medication than just a thing that you think, well, that'll give me a boner because it looks a bit like a boner. Like
Right,
that's just like, as far as I can tell, that's as far as the science has gone. Like, oh, that horn looks a bit like a dick, so I guess if I eat it, I will get a dick too. Like that. Like that's.
You know, I'll take a devil's advocate here. I don't know that I really believe this, but just for the sake of keeping it interesting, I'll say, what about you know, animals that, you know, kind of get? Isn't that evolution? Like, haven't animals been killing animals since the dawn of time? Like, you know, and it's the ones that are more adapt to. It's not the smartest or the strongest animals that survive evolution. It's the ones that learn to adapt the quickest.
Yeah, and I guess these white rhinos are poorly adapted to living in the 21st century Earth.
Right.
There's
Like-
animals that we have caused to go extinct, and there's animals that kind of naturally go extinct.
If white rhinos wanted to stay not extinct, then maybe they should look less like they can cause virility. Like they should have adapted to look less like, well, I can clearly produce a very impressive dick.
Right. So it's really on them.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, if there'd been like one mutation where one white rhino had evolved like a horn that looks a little bit floppy,
Right.
like a rhino with a floppy horn would be safe from any of these medicine hunters.
It's a very good point.
Like if it had a floppy horn and a vaguely apologetic expression. So it was just like kind of, oh, this doesn't normally, but you know it does normally happen. If like one rhino evolved that, then it would pass on those genes and the rhino would survive.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I've had too many whiskeys and rhino.
I would say this is
The walrus horn goes down, and I don't think they're about to go extinct. The rhino horn goes up.
Yeah.
no, but
and
I think
the
they are, because
walrus
why would we
tusk-
watch that video if they weren't if it was just an animal?
That's true. In
They wouldn't show us a walrus clip
think they
for
might
an
do that,
endangered
but they-
species.
They were doing it in the clip, though. So.
Right. I think that the point of that clip was that the ice is melting and they needed the ice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's going extinct because of us.
That's like indirectly, we sort of
allegedly.
Do we think animals should be evolving in a way that we think of dicks less? Is that the...
Yeah, I think generally.
Yeah.
Like in South
All right, we have a poll here.
Oh, go for it.
The poll right here. The poll is: would you make whoopee with an animal? What? That has nothing to do with anything. All right.
It's really
yes, it's
starting to go
really
half
creeping
and
up,
half
yeah.
here.
Things are really heating up there. Yes, 45%. No, 55%. That's a silly poll.
I think it's the choice of make whoopee that's really
Right.
really raising the yes vote.
Right.
Like if you'd gone with a harsher word for the whole act of intercourse, then I think a lot of people would have been faced with the horrible reality of what it
Right.
involved. But like making whoopee just sounds like what a delightful time.
I'm hearing,
I might think
so
it's
the comments are going, ooh, no, 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 with exclamation points, and then someone goes, I don't know, maybe. Yeah, it depends on the animal. All right, yes, it's 35%. No is 65%. Well, that's good. I'm glad that no is winning that. All right, we have a call coming in. Caller, how are you? Caller?
Hi.
Hi, how are you? What's your name? Where are you from?
I'm pretty great. My name's Bree. I'm from Washington State. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Are you having a good
Is the sleep
420?
depth setting in?
Is the what?
The sleep depth setting in yet?
It's starting to. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's we're starting to get a little loopy here. But thank you for calling in. What do you think about endangered species?
You know, Trevor, I think it's a real shame.
Yeah. It's a shame that the animals are dying. What do you think we can do to protect them?
Well, while I'm not a professional on this topic, I did have some notice for the topic, so I took to the internet to kind of strengthen my points, if possible.
Great.
A lot of the common sources encourage people to take like personal responsibility for like the amount of resources that they use and the footprint that they make on the earth, which I think I appreciate the sentiment. If everyone really did, like, I guess, really try not to like use plastic or use a lot of water, maybe that would have a lot of effect. But I feel like really, ultimately, it's like big factors like deforestation done by major corporations, and as well as like just the fact that we make plastic the way we do. Like we could use hemp, and then it would actually be more biodegradable and not destroy the earth. But one thing I do personally is definitely the water conservation. So I don't consume like a ton of water as far as like flushing the toilet. Like if I just go pee, that's chill, you know. If it's yellow, let it mellow, or whatever the saying is.
Right.
And I try not to shower excessively. Like whenever I hear people say that they shower twice a day, I'm like, I'm just going to abstain from showering for at least a full week, because that's ridiculous.
Okay.
So
Now
I just like to marinate in my filth.
I might be a little loopy and sleep deprived, but help me out. How does water stop the animals from being endangered? Like, what are we using too much water for animals, or is it more of plastics? Does that make any sense?
Well, I mean, I think that they're both issues, but according to the Huffington Post, water consumption is relevant. It doesn't actually elaborate how. It says during droughts, people get better about not watering their lawns, but we need to understand that clean water is a global problem for wild animals, so the less humans consume, the better. Never dump chemicals or pharmaceuticals down toilets, storm drains, or into streams or lakes.
Oh, okay.
So I don't even know what that has to exactly do with your consumption, that last sentence, but...
well, that makes sense. Don't dump pharmaceuticals.
Be relevant in the issue, according to Huffington Post.
Okay, well that makes sense. Don't dump pharmaceuticals down the toilet because alligators and stuff live in the sewers.
What if the cops are like right outside?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, if the cops are outside, then I think you got it. Well, thank you very much for your call. Thank you for watching and for helping us figure out this topic here.
My pleasure. Thanks for letting me be a part of this important work you're doing.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All right.
Happy 420.
Thank you. You too. I don't know why she's laughing. This is very important stuff.
Serious day.
Okay, so let's throw it out to the room. What do we think?
Why are you looking at me?
I don't know.
Coming from farm country, I can go into the water thing a little bit. A lot of, especially the big farms, use chemicals on their crops. When it rains, that washes into underground water sources and as well as lakes, and that's really bad for wildlife. And so there's a lot of regulation.
Allegedly.
Where I live, it kills birds. I mean, it kills fish.
I just like saying allegedly.
Yeah, I know. Devil's advocate and all that. But, so that's something that they end up regulating. And, of course, where I live, regulations are the devil. So there's always fighting about regulations or not,
Where do you live now?
South Dakota. So
Oh.
Red is red, and they don't like rules.
Farm country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on the eastern side of the state, which is farms. Western side is ranches. So.
Do all mountains around there have faces on them, or is it just
No,
one?
just the one that we know so far. But there's Crazy Horse, which they're trying to turn into a monument to.
Oh, really? What's that going to be?
A monument of Crazy Horse, the native chief.
You know what
That makes
animal?
sense.
I just want to say, you know what animal I think we could extinct is mosquitoes. We could kill all the mosquitoes because that kills a lot of people.
Right.
It kills more people than I think anything else.
I believe you're right.
Yeah,
because of malaria.
Yeah.
So
and there's a few other diseases as well.
Zika.
Right, Zika virus. Yeah.
And then there was that beer, Zima.
Yeah.
Mosquitoes
is the worst.
Mosquitoes? Oh, jeez.
And then can I put in a vote for moths as well?
Yeah.
Because what are they even doing?
Wait, don't they eat some bad bugs? Though?
Well, okay, so the
I don't know, but they
mosquitoes.
ruin your sweaters.
Yeah, that's right. But I think there's some animals we could do without. Like mosquitoes. I think we could talk about getting rid of them. They're a food source to other animals.
Right.
But they'll figure it out.
Look it out.
Like there's other things. The animals can eat grass. We can't do that, you know. So animals have an abundance of grass around them all the time, and something like 90% of animals can eat grass, I think.
No, a ton of them can. Dogs eat grass. Dogs can eat grass.
No, I think 90% of animals. I think the only animals that can't eat grass are fish, I'm pretty sure.
And a lot of breeds of fish eat underwater grass.
And fish eat seaweed.
They eat seaweed, which is
so
grass.
that's grass.
Everybody's fine.
The only reason fish don't eat lawns is because they're not near enough to. It's just a bit too hard to get.
Exactly.
You'd have to flop too hard.
If you could pick up a fish and just like lead it to the grass, it would munch away happily.
It'll eat grass. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how, you know, you ever go to a restaurant, they're like, this is grass-fed salmon.
Yeah.
That's how that happens.
Very
All
fancy
right,
food.
we have an expert here on Skype. I don't know. Dr. Carly Fox. She's a veterinarian.
Hi.
She's Skyping and calling. Okay. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. Kylie Fox, is that the name?
Carly Fox.
Carly Fox. I haven't gotten a single person's name tonight right, so I'm sorry. Well, so now you're a veterinarian.
I am, yeah.
So we're talking about animals that are endangered and what we can do to stop it. And then we just recently started talking about, you know, is it bad for some animals to go extinct? For example, mosquitoes, because mosquitoes kill a lot more people than anything. Do you have any thoughts on that?
I gotcha. I mean, the mosquitoes must, listen, I'm not a mosquito expert.
Right.
I don't know if there must be somewhere in the world, but I imagine mosquitoes, they must do something positive. They have to.
Well, I think
know
they're a
they
food
transmit
source.
disease and things like that, but they have to do something positive to influence the environment in a positive way. They absolutely have to.
Well, I think
don't know what that is.
They're
but
a
I
food
imagine
source.
it's true.
They're a food source for crickets and locusts and fish. But the point I was trying to make is that, you know, most animals can eat grass, so that they should be fine if we don't have mosquitoes. Animals have multiple things that they can eat, and so.
I mean, most animals totally probably would adapt, but I mean, if they are like so prevalent, which they are, I feel like then they must be a really abundant food source for some animals, and if that went, maybe they would have trouble getting another food source and become, you know, endangered or even extinct. Who knows?
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, you have to think of it that way.
Yeah.
I mean, there's other ways to, you know, sterilize mosquitoes or not, you know, have them transmit disease, I'm sure. And I'm sure there's many people working on that. I'm not one of those people, though.
Yeah. What is your expertise?
So I'm actually an emergency and critical care veterinarian in New York City.
Oh, wow. Okay, so
yeah,
it's like...
so I deal a lot with, like, dogs and cats and emergencies.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's a bit that we wanted to do on this that we weren't allowed.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, well, I'll just tell you because maybe this would pertain. We ran this by the network and they said we couldn't do it, but we wanted to bring a dog in here and have it neutered on the air.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
I could have done that for you.
Well, you're in New York and we're in LA,
but I think
the idea is like, you know, when you see those cooking segments on like the late night talk shows. Like, we wanted to do that, but instead of a cooking segment, it's like neutering a dog, and I'd just be there, like, kind of like, oh, and you hold this here, and then you cut that. But then it's a positive.
Yeah, you could have been the surgical assistant.
Exactly. But it's like a positive message because everybody should spay and neuter their dogs.
That everyone should absolutely spay and neuter their dog. That is definitely true.
Do you do that, or that's not emergency?
I mean, it's not an emergency, but I definitely know how to do it. But I don't do that routinely now.
Do you like what? Like that's not what you like. You don't have any neuterings lined up today or anything like that.
Definitely not. No, unless there's some sort of an emergent neuter. But I work at a really big hospital with surgeons. So if I actually needed like an emergency procedure, I actually call in a surgeon.
Okay. Is there
Just
any
like a human hospital?
Oh, that's. Is there any surgery that's going on now that we could observe?
Oh my! There's many surgeries going on right now, but I'm not. I would have to like go into the surgical suite, which is 2 floors down. I'd have to ask permission and all that stuff. I don't. And I mean, I think if your network didn't allow you to neuter a dog on camera, I don't think they'd allow you to like watch like a chest surgery.
Well, we could. Well, we could ask them. No. Are you hiding? Are you at your job right now and hiding?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm hiding in an
Because it looks
office,
like you're in
yeah.
a bathroom stall or something like that. Right here.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not in a bathroom stall. That would be something. No, I'm not on the toilet right now. But I'm just in an office.
Oh, okay. So I want to find out your advice for fixing endangered species. But
Okay, I can totally do that.
But before that, I want to talk about the dogs neutering thing. Like, do they put the dogs? I've never neutered a dog. I've never seen a dog neutered. Do they give them do they put them down, like to sleep?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
I mean, can you imagine? Yeah, of course. So they're under general anesthesia.
Oh, good, because that was going to be my suggestion.
Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so if you could tell us, what do you think? We have this topic, endangered species. We know a lot of species are going endangered. The white rhino just went extinct. And we know that we'll be able to bring everything back in the future because of mosquitoes that get trapped in amber.
Right.
We'll be able to extract their DNA and bring every animal back in the future. But that could take generations for us to finish that technology. So what can we do right now to stop animals from becoming endangered or extinct?
I mean, I think the biggest thing is just education, really. I mean, educating yourself about any endangered species in your area, perhaps. I mean, I live in New York City. I don't think there's very many here, but you're in California. I'm sure there's some. So I think just education is super important. You could go visit, like, local wildlife refuges. I think that's also a way to give back and, like, donate money and go see how, the state is dealing with all of these endangered species, I think is a good idea. You could, in your own home, make it wildlife friendly. So, like, if you live in a glass house, you can put little stickers on your windows to make sure birds don't fly into there. Secure your garbages and stuff so there aren't any animals that get into it. Keep your dogs and cats indoors, I think, is important. I don't know. I guess also just recycle. Always important.
Yeah.
A good tip. Slow down when driving so you don't hit any endangered species, I suppose.
That seems all this sounds.
You never know.
Yeah, this all sounds doable except the slow down when driving. That seems that seems to be too much of an inconvenience.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, skip that one.
Yeah, but well, that's great. All right, are there any animals that you think we could get rid of?
Maybe like the New York City rat population, I guess.
Right, like rats. Like rats don't do anything,
Yeah.
right? They don't help us at all, do they?
I mean, they're not helping. They're not helping New York City, I don't think.
Yeah.
They spread disease. They're pretty gross. They're scary when you're walking on the street at night and you see one.
Right.
My dog becomes obsessed with them when they're in the garbages. I mean, they're not doing me any favors, I suppose.
Do they eat spiders? Do rats eat spiders? That's the only thing I could think of.
I don't.
The spiders are good.
I don't know.
I don't know. All right.
Can I ask, what happens if someone brings in a rat that needs fixing?
Well, I mean, rats actually make not New York City disgusting sewer rats, but rats really make great pets, especially for kids.
Really?
So, I mean, a lot of people actually do have pet rats. They're friendly and docile. You can hold them. They like affection. I swear. So a lot of people have rat pets, and we do see them here.
Oh, weird.
Huh.
I know, but they only live for about 2 years.
Yeah.
So, so why do you think? So that's legal? You can have a pet rat?
Yeah, you can literally go to the store and buy a pet rat.
Oh man.
But it's not the same.
I
Is it
know.
the same breed? I mean,
They're just probably
sewer
cleaner.
No.
no, it's not the same breed.
Yeah, I think it's much cleaner.
Right.
Okay.
Clean rat.
All right.
Sewer rat pet.
Well, cool.
Sewer
I gotta say, Katie, thank you very much.
No problem. I'm so happy to talk with you.
Just to double check, there's no way we can see some animal surgery.
I don't think so.
Just like a peek.
I mean, I can just surprise bust in there with my
Yeah.
camera phone. I don't know if they'd appreciate it. It would also be very unsterile.
Right, but we could switch our feed over to Live Leak or something like that. That way it could fly. Anyway, no, it was worth a shot asking. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us. And you gave us a lot of good ideas on how to stop animals from being endangered and extinct. So, thank you.
Good. I'm glad to help out.
Yeah, thank you very much. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you.
All right. What have we learned?
Well, she had a lot of good tips for helping,
We learned a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We learned to get educated.
Yep.
Yeah.
We learned that Comedy Central's legal department are,
Won't let you neuter a dog?
I mean, I'm going to say it, they're pussies. I mean, like, quite frankly.
Oh.
In their
Sorry,
defense,
but like...
They only said we couldn't do it in the studio.
Oh, okay, so we can do it like in catering.
We could have
stuff
done
like
that.
Oh, okay. Because I was kind of hoping that... kind of hoping you wouldn't just be the surgical assistant. You know, when they do the cookery demonstrations, they have theirs and you have yours.
Right, oh yeah.
And you've just got to try and follow along. And obviously your one goes wrong.
Yeah,
You
and
don't
then
really
you
know
do-
what you're doing. And like theirs comes out perfect.
there's a lot of
And you do like
spurting.
the test, the old joke where the late night host has swapped out something like
Yeah.
for food, and then he like throws it in his mouth, and he's like, oh, it was just, yeah. It would have been a great bit, but
I mean, you could have had a few dogs just in case like one of them didn't work.
huh?
You could have had a few dogs in a row just in case one of them didn't work.
Oh, my.
You know, you just... You've got 24 hours. You could keep coming back. It could be a recurring segment. I don't know why they didn't go for it. Comedy Central, really.
Right, yeah. I'm sorry. I think we're gonna go to a sketch right now. Oh, sorry. No, sorry. It sounded like they were. Sorry, my bad. Okay. All right. So, I think what we're gonna do. We're gonna write down. Let's see. To educate people.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
education.
Drive slower.
Drive slower.
Visit wildlife sanctuaries, I think she said.
Visit. What is that? What you said?
Or donate money to...
I don't know how visiting helps.
I
Oh,
think-
yeah, you probably have to
I guess-
pay to go.
Yeah.
Right, but donating would help, too.
And also, if you visit, you probably get like a little bit of an affinity for the animals, and you're like,
Right.
oh, you know
Visit
what?
You
wildlife.
learn stuff.
Yeah. I was going to pour like an oil drum full of kerosene into my local lake, and now I'm not going to because...
Well, and she was very against the idea of killing all the mosquitoes.
Right.
She really was.
She
Yeah.
said they must be important for some reason.
Don't kill mosquitoes.
But, weirdly, completely fine with wiping out all of New York's rat population. She's
Yeah.
very species-specific on what she's happy to go extinct and not.
Yeah, she had no problem with that at all. All right. Let's see what we got. Comments. We're not doing well. We're not solving this problem. Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm looking at the comments. Somebody said someone just wrote endangered animals. Two people wrote that. Two people just wrote endangered animals.
Should reply yes.
Somebody said, I'm from Buenos Aires, kill them all. No, they didn't. I made that one up. We had someone call in write in earlier, and that was their solution to something. Let's take some calls. Let's see what people on the phone line are saying. Caller, are you there? Caller? Caller. Can't hear anything. So while we're waiting for that, you can call in 1-833-Trevor-1. We're also taking questions on a Reddit AMA. Which is anyone using the Reddit AMA? Or
Yeah,
is,
people are using it.
Okay.
Do you want a question?
let's. We have a caller, and then let's do a question off the Reddit AMA. Okay, caller, how are you?
Hi, how's it going?
I am good. Where are you from? What's your name?
Ooh, hi, I'm Josh. I'm from Wisconsin. Long time, first time. Been watching your stuff since high school. Glad you're still kicking around, dude.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
That started nice, and they just went way down.
yeah.
Glad you're not dead. We expected you would be.
Yeah. Well, it's got to happen anytime now. It's so you've been Have you been watching this feed at all?
I've been watching for like a half hour now.
Okay.
I've been hanging out.
We're getting tired. How is it going?
Oh, it's great. I'm kicking my day off good. I got a coffee with espresso in it. You know, I got a long day.
Oh, that's great. No, I meant our show. How is our show doing?
Your show.
I don't care about your
Lordy,
fucking day.
I apologize. No, this is amazingly entertaining. I'm really glad you guys are doing this, especially interacting with fans. I always love that kind of stuff.
Oh, great. Oh, great. Awesome. All right. Endangered species. What do you think?
So, I actually pulled up a couple of articles while I was waiting here. I got the 10 most endangered species because there's not going to be one solution. You know, we're not going to be able to solve this in one sweep.
Right.
So I have a couple ideas I've been pontificating upon.
Okay, great.
So
Let's hear it.
Yeah. So first of all, the people who want to like hunt the endangered species, like that dentist guy who was hunting tigers and lions,
Yes.
we should start a most dangerous game scenario and try to teach like a saw-based lesson to these people. You know, we're not going to maim them, we're not going to hurt them at all, but we will hunt them through a jungle at the dead of night, just so they can see what they're doing to people.
I'm going to be honest. I'm going to try to poke a hole in that right there, because if I'm a big game hunter and then you told me that you're going to, if you find me hunting, what you're going to do is you're going to hunt me, but you're not going to kill me or maim me or anything. I'm like, that's fun. You know, that's like just an elaborate game of tag.
What if we convince people that American dentists provide virility?
So people, you know what American dentists do have is a lot of painkillers.
That's true.
So you could.
Some of the best stuff.
So
That's
if you
almost
can't
better.
get that boner, you can at least numb the pain.
Yeah.
And a high suicide rate.
Highest suicide rate of any
You could,
profession.
you could also shoot
Dentists.
them.
Really?
Yep, they, you know, more
Get
than
them
anybody
before
else.
they get themselves.
And also one of the highest uses of drug abuse. Dentists, allegedly.
I mean, it's all right there for them. Like, you know, you're on your lunch break,
Is
you
that a thing
put
you've
on the
heard?
gas mask. Like, what's wrong with that?
What'd you say?
Let's say, like, on their lunch break, they can just pop on the gas mask, throw on the
Totally.
gas.
I think that's
You
what
know.
the thing is. It's like they're in charge of their drug supply, and I think there's less oversight than at a hospital or at like a pharmacy,
Yeah.
so it's easier for stuff to go missing and
You know,
stuff.
I've never
That
looked
would
at a
make sense.
dentist and been like, that guy looks virile. You know?
Right.
I'm not saying he looks virile. I'm just saying he could provide virility if you grind him into a paste.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the white rhino doesn't look virile.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, the horn,
Yeah, the horn.
yeah.
But their butts are weird.
That
you know.
muscular
They do have weird
horned
butts,
animal.
Okay, so yeah, I don't know if that because what you're suggesting sounds fun. The like
Yeah.
everybody hunt the dentist. That's kind of just like extreme paintball or something.
It'll be team building.
Maybe we could start like a Westworld type thing where we start doing that for people so they can take out their aggression on robots instead of hunting real animals.
That's interesting.
Yeah, did you watch the whole first season of that show, though?
Wait, what
I'm
show?
making my way for the
Westworld.
first season. Don't spoil it, please.
It doesn't go well.
I only watched the first episode, and like I imagine it's just a series about a group of guys who visit a robot park and have a whale of a time.
And how successful it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much it.
I mean, how much of the problem with endangered species is game hunting? Do we know?
Probably minimal. It's
Yeah.
probably more deforestation and the melting of the polar ice caps at
Yeah,
this
it would
point.
seem like that would be the major problem.
Right.
I'm sure. Oh, we have a comment right here from Logan Quinn. It is cool to see an armadillo in the woods. Then you want to learn about them and other animals.
But
I agree
Sure.
with that, right?
I can't argue with that.
It is
They're
cool to
pretty
see that.
interesting little things, huh?
I've never seen an armadillo in the woods. I've only seen one once, and it was on the side of a road in the desert.
Yeah.
I would say if I did see an armadillo in the woods, I would be happy about that.
I would want to learn more about it because I'd be like, "What the fuck? How are you? I didn't think you're supposed to be here."
Right.
Yeah,
And then I'd Wikipedia it.
and then probably that's as far as the research would go.
Yeah, I'd be like, and it probably wouldn't say anything about the woods, and I'd be like, I guess they're in the woods, and I learned something.
Maybe you could YouTube some cute armadillo videos. They probably got a couple of those at least.
Yeah, here's something about armadillos that I know is that they are a giant spreader of leprosy.
Really?
Ah,
I think. Could somebody look that up? I think it is. Because I was sure that the cube in Saudi Arabia that everyone does the Mecca to.
Okay, yes.
I had heard that it was a meteorite in there, and I was saying it, and I look like an idiot because it's not a meteorite at all.
Armadillos are the only other animal besides humans that can spread leprosy.
Armadillos are the only
Wow.
other animals besides human beings that can spread leprosy. So I was right.
Bizarre.
Can I apologize
There you
for
go.
what's normally my alarm to wake me up for work?
Oh, did your alarm just go off?
That's what that noise was just then. That's like, oh, it's time to get up and write for Jim.
We have another thing right here. Emily Buffard says, "Kill people to save animals."
Which kind of
I
enhances
guess that's
his
kind of
idea.
what I was advocating, wasn't it?
Now, well, that's an interesting. That's I guess, philosophical thing. Is an animal life is worth more than a human life.
I would
A
say.
human life is worth more than an animal's life, right?
But I would also
Yeah, the
say.
argument is
Because we're
sentience,
humans.
isn't it?
What do you say?
Isn't it like a sentience and consciousness? That's why humans are quote unquote more valuable.
Yeah, I thought we were just saying it because that's what we are, and we wanted to, feel good.
Yeah, I think it's like, who came up with that? Oh, the humans. Came
Yeah,
up with
Right.
the
that.
people are like,
It's all-
we're the
we're
best.
all the same team. Yeah.
A lot of the things in human words are pro-human.
Yeah. But also, everybody's got to stick together. So humans should always think that humans are more valuable.
But I will say this, we just established that global warming and energy use is one of the reasons why these animals are going extinct. What uses energy? Light. Who needs a lot of lights? Dentists.
Right.
So get rid of
They
dentists.
sound in your
Just
mouth.
saying.
Get rid of dentists. Thank you for calling. Do you have any other
I'm hoping
suggestions
so.
about what to do about I was about to say illegal extermination.
Oh.
No,
for endangered species?
Yeah,
Why don't
endangered
we just,
species.
stop using so much plastic. 'Cause I know that hurts the oceans quite a bit.
Okay, stop using so much plastic. I always wonder that, like at the grocery store when they're like paper or plastic. That's always tricky to me. I don't know which one is the right one.
Oh, always paper. Always
paper?
Because you can recycle that, or
Okay,
I
but
use it as a garbage bag at home.
See, in my head, it's always like, but that's cutting down the trees.
Right.
Well, it's already cut down. There's not much you can do about it at that point, you know.
Yeah, but the plastic bag's already made. It's still a plastic.
Ooh.
Might I suggest it's easier
see,
to
you
grow
got me
another
there.
tree than to unchoke a blue
Yeah.
whale?
That's true.
Also, the tree like the tree farms and stuff like that work off a good system where they plant them in a cycle where every year there's a new crop.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, thank you very much. What was your name again? Oh, he's gone.
Is he gone?
He's gone. Okay. All right. I don't know. What do we do now? Do we want to show a sketch?
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
never mind.
No?
No.
we don't have time for
We're going to do that in a couple minutes, actually. I think we've pretty much solved this thing. We have educate people, drive slower,
Right.
visit wildlife,
Yep.
and don't kill mosquitoes. That would be our solutions right now. Do we? Let's see what the comments are saying. Someone says there is no ocean. # flat Earth. Someone says trees eat CO2. Somebody says run around sketch. Oh, the run around sketch.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Timmy dance?
I
flat
got a
Earth.
pee so bad I can't do that right now.
Flat Earth. Yeah.
Okay.
So they're saying there is no ocean because of flat Earth, but I don't
Is
know.
that a thing with flat Earth that there's no ocean? 'Cause
I don't know enough about
I
flat
thought
Earth.
the
what-
flat Earth thing is there is one ocean and it goes around the whole outside.
Or is that
Maybe I'm wrong.
Discworld?
yeah, I mean,
Am I just kidding?
That is Discworld.
That's Discworld.
Yeah, I thought flat Earth was that there is. It's not necessarily that the Earth is flat, but it's that there's pockets, almost like lakes of Earth, and then it's all there's ice all around it.
Oh, there's like a wall, isn't there? Like mountainous ice.
Yeah.
That despite us having the ability to, no one's thought to go to and take a photo.
Right. Yeah, I think that's the theory.
Yeah, I think it's I still don't really understand why no one has just taken a plane and flown over this edge of the Earth and taking a picture, but
Well, the other
Sure, they
thing,
have very good reasons.
You want to run the mystique.
I also don't know that I really believe that people believe in flat Earth. I kind
do.
of think it's a meme.
I think the people who first started it didn't. I think they were screwing with people and they were enjoying the game. But no, I think once people, there's like a tipping point with conspiracy theories. I think like once you get like 3 or 4 that you start to really believe, you then just go over the edge and you're like, everything is untrue, and like you just get all of them.
Yeah, you begin to trust nothing.
Yeah, you go like within minutes, it then becomes like no moon landing. Everyone in power is a lizard.
Yeah. You know, I will say the moon landing one, though, of all of the conspiracy theories, I'll say there's motive there. I don't say that I believe it, but
there is motive.
There is motive.
I'll give you that. There's so many people who would have to be in on the conspiracy that the idea that they could keep it quiet for half a century is ludicrously implausible. But I can see why there would have been a motive.
There's a motive there.
The idea that NASA wants to keep secret the fact that the Earth is flat.
Yeah, I don't.
For no apparent reason other than just screwing with people, as far as I can tell. Like that. Yeah, I don't see that connection. They're like, all right, we need to keep getting money to NASA, so we're gonna tell people that the Earth is flat.
I'm writing the Earth is round on this part of. It had nothing to do with.
Just as a thing.
Yeah,
It's like a
but
side solver.
I do think we solved this one. I think you know, and what we should do is we should educate people. People should just drive slower in general,
right?
Because you hit a lot of animals
Even
that
if
way.
you have someplace to
And
go.
people.
Visit wildlife reserves.
Yeah, sure.
You know, preserves, not reserves. Is it preserves?
There's both.
Is there both?
Aren't there?
It's weird that there's both. Don't kill mosquitoes. Now you can. I think that means just don't. That was against the just genocide of mosquitoes.
If one's on you and you slap it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And then also we've realized that the Earth is. We decided among us that the Earth is round.
Yeah.
I think we did this. Let's put the pin in this.
All right. Solved it.
All right. So we finished this early. Thank you so much, Matt Kirshen.
you.
Thank you. That was awesome.
Appreciate it.
You want to plug anything? Plug your Twitter or your Instagram?
Yeah, I'm Matt Kirshen on most of the social media. If you don't know the spelling, Google something close to it because it's a weird name and you'll find me. And then listen to Probably Science podcast and watch the Jim Jeffrey show. And find me. Find me on the internet or find me in person. I'm quite friendly. I don't know if you ever touched a real Englishman before, but it's a treat. I always go with the grain, never against. That's the secret. I always go with. But yeah, thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you for doing this. So I'm gonna take a break now. We are pretty much right now. We are halfway through the show. There's just 12 hours left of this show. I am exhausted.
Through the fingers.
Just a breezy 12 hours.
We should do another 24.
You know, yeah, why not
do
just
it.
go?
48.
Okay, so I am going to take a quick break to rest my voice. Sam is going to fill in and host for a little bit, and Timmy, and then I'll be back in a little bit. I need to stop talking for a little bit, or else I'm going to be completely hoarse by the time the thing comes out. But we're going to take just a couple minutes while we switch around here, but we're going to show you some Whitest Kids clips till the top of the hour, and enjoy those, and stay here. We'll be right back.